Your Excellency Ambassador, distinguished speakers and guests. So let me first of all say that I'm not raising boys at home, I'm raising girls, but we also have no discussion about gender equality, and I'm so happy about it. Let me also give you the best regards from Prime Minister Ingrida Šimonytė. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here today with us, but in this government, we have a great priority of gender equality. So best wishes from Prime Minister. And thank you for the opportunity for me to share my thoughts on this, for me personally, important topic. We all know that men and women usually use quite different styles of leadership. However, since we are all quite different as a personalities, so-called feminine and masculine features are necessary to be an effective leader, but they are not absolute for any gender. And let me quote the Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern. And she said this: "One of the criticisms I faced over the years is that I'm not aggressive enough or assertive enough. Maybe somehow because I'm empathetic, it means I'm weak. I totally rebel against that. I refuse to believe that you cannot be both compassionate and strong." And I would go further. It's not a question that you cannot be both compassionate and strong. If you want to be a good leader, I think you just have to have both. And me personally, I think that it's necessary for us all, it's necessary to encourage young girls to have no doubts that all of their skills, their features are great value to become a leader, of course, if they want to. As a minister, I am responsible for gender equality policy, and I would like further to promote gender equality in leadership positions, as many challenges continue to exist, such as negative stereotypes toward women leaders, and we have to take proactive measures in order to change it. But currently in Lithuania, we have a great improvement in women's leadership in the governmental area. Lithuania is proud to have Prime Minister, woman, Speaker of the Parliament, and 40% of government members are women. 6 out of 8 Nordic-Baltic is, if I remember correct, yes, 6 out of 8 Baltic and Nordic countries' governments are led by women. And these are amazing facts. But however, let's come back to reality that in Lithuania, in local governments, we still have much less representation by women. Only 5 out of 60 mayors in Lithuania municipalities are women. And we need to pay more attention to improve gender balance in this area by encouraging women's participation in regional level, not only in national one. Also, even though we have more women in public services, if we look at 2020, we had more men in senior management positions of governmental institutions. Underrepresentation of women in leadership positions and decision-making often becomes one of the main reasons of the gender pay gap, as women often take lower positions. Aiming to bring more transparency to gender pay gap, this year we amended our national legislation, authorizing Social Security Institution, SODRA, to publish average wage by gender. And I think that it was quite a good idea, because we found this measure quite effective, as many employees have already begun analyzing the reasons behind the gender pay gap in their companies of their own initiative. And I think it's a very good indication. And again, many of the employees, they admitted that one of the main reasons of gender pay gap is lack of women representation in senior management positions. But however, I believe that it's only the first necessary step towards achieving more gender equality in this area. Today, not all women have the courage to speak up and act, and they need support. And that is why I firmly believe that women leadership should be encouraged and promoted from the early educational level, and in families, of course, by fighting stereotypes, and proactively encouraging girls' participation in public life and in politics. Equal opportunities policy needs to be developed horizontally in all areas, not only in Social Security Ministry. And this is one of the priorities of our government, that these equal opportunities should be represented horizontally in all the ministries that we have. Along that, it is also very important to promote work and life balance. I think we all know what that means, and we are striving for equal sharing of family responsibilities, care and domestic work between women and men, as well as to strengthen national policies and access to affordable social and care services, including childcare. The COVID-19, as the professor mentioned, has negatively affected the situation of women in Lithuania, but of course not only in Lithuania. It's a global issue, and it has highlighted the inequalities between women and men and the difficult progress that was made in recent years now slowed down. But gender equality has never been so high in the priority of political agenda as we see it now. So strengthening its significance in building back better is one of the aims of our government. Women's leadership continues to be crucial in COVID-19 response, and I think that in future we will see this even more like a challenge. So I know I need to conclude already, though I would like to speak about more things, but I wish you today to have very fruitful discussions. I know you will have very inspiring presentations. I saw the speaker list, but I hope that this discussion will lead us to decisions, to arrangements that can be done, that can be implemented, not only in government, but in our own businesses. And not only decisions and agreements that are being made here, but also the changes. So let's make a change together, and let's stay inspired, not only for ourselves, but for all the girls that are raising now. Thank you.